Apologies for a bit of downtime there. I believe we're now back up and running. In the meantime, you've not missed a huge amount, just Savard jamming all in, hand after hand, extending his lead to what we believe is over 700 million now.
No one has been prepared to take him on. This time he's just min-raised, under the gun with 6-3. All the hands that you missed, as John said, he was literally just putting a stack out and saying all in, all in, all in. You can't blame him. He's got a chip lead pretty much 5 times the next player.
2/3 of the chips in play now.
And with a pay jump of 97,000. Wow, he's called. We're going to see...
Yeah, don't look at the cards on the screen.
King 10 of hearts for Bootin.
And did Savard? Oh, he did raise. He did raise.
Yeah.
It was just a flat call. Sorry, I thought it was an all-in.
Yeah, I thought it was an all-in as well.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, it's interesting that he's been raising. He's been putting some strong raises out with it's top pair there as well, isn't it? For he's been putting these raises out with good hands, and then just going all in with his good hands, and then he just elects to put a small raise in with the trash. Well, top 2 pair for Bootin. He's desperate for some action from Savard. Don't think he's going to get it. His only hope is probably if Savard binks a 3 on the river. He's checked it again. He's not falling for it. Oh, no, well, there we go. This could be an interesting card. Could be a bluffable card. Don't think he is going to bluff it, though.
Well, what would you do now if he moves all in?
You've got to fold.
How much has he got? Bootin's got 128 million.
I'm not sure what the other two, but we're pretty sure that they've got less than him, maybe, or certainly 1 or 2 of the players have got less than Bootin. So. Only 31 mil in the pot, so he's probably not going to jam. He's going to bet it though. How much has he gone? About 10 mil? No, 50 mil, is it? I'm not sure actually. It was quite a bit. No, 22, I think. 22?
Can Bootin find a call here? Savard's been raising all in pre-flop every hand. This time he just min-raised, makes his hand possibly look stronger.
I think he'll call this, to be honest. I think he needed to bet more. I think he probably needed to bet in the pot range, maybe over the pot. I think Bootin might. Although he has been pretty tight. We did see him just fold ace-jack earlier, didn't we? He just refused to play it, so... You never know, he might be just sat there with his laddering strategy, which would appear to have done him quite well so far. He doesn't believe he's got an ace, but I don't think.
Oh, doesn't have to have an ace, does he? Can have a 9. That's the problem. 9 or an ace. I would have much preferred it if he just put, went all in. He's obviously putting this bet in to try and make it look like he has got a straight. Bootin wishing he had bet with his top 2.
Looks a bit like Stan Laurel, doesn't he, without his glasses on?
think most people won't know who Stan Laurel is.
Of course you will. Have you got an ace, Holly? There you go. Told you people knew who Stan Laurel was. Oh, a fair bit of dwelling up here.
It's incredibly frustrating. Everybody else has just been folding to the raisers. Bootin decides to take him on. Flops top 2, checks it down, and now he's got a decision.
Yeah, he's been thinking for quite a while. Which I think is possibly why Mr. Duffy has stormed into the commentary box to give us his thoughts. He has called. It's a good call. Now, I wonder if that'll put Savard in his box for a while.
Hopefully the chip counts will adjust in a minute.
Maybe like king 8. Good call.
Engel will move all in here with his ace queen under the gun. Now, obviously he knows that Savard could call pretty much with any 2 cards. And here we go. Good luck, Mr. Engel. Ace queen, all in. Started the day chip leader. Bouzier will fold. Everybody will fold unless they have a massive hand round to the chip leader, hoping that they're going to make an extra 97,000. Don't think Savard can call with 9-3, and that one's over. So a little bit of excitement there for 12 seconds. So Engel wins his first pot in about an hour and a half, and I'm now joined in the commentary box by Mr. John Duffy. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yep.
You enjoying this?
Very much, yes. He's started with 8 players. Savard has had the best run, as you can see. He was second chip leader. He had aces against jacks with Shamas. That got him up to just under 400, and he just pretty much hasn't looked back. And then he had the big coup against...
No, Farrell. I saw
Neil
that
Farrell,
one. Yeah.
Sick. Kings against ace jack.
It was... Yeah, I mean, I just felt so sorry for Niall. But never mind, these things happen. He'll wear it. But he wins that, and he has a really good shot at $1 million.
Yeah.
You won't be happy, boy. Never mind.
You can see here, we've been told it's pronounced Dotoy.
Yeah, okay.
For Dotil, but so Dotoy has got 11 bigs.
Okay.
And he has got 68 million. But what's been happening ever since Farrell got knocked out is Savard has just been most of the time just going all in pre-flop, as you'd expect him to do when he's got 4 or 5 times second place chip lead. So
yeah,
and of course he's been getting it through because of the jumps in the payout now.
Hey, Whispering Tanya. How are you? Okay, so who are we on? Oh, we're just thinking about whether to shove or not. What's he got 11? What's he got 11 bigs?
Yeah, it's thought a bit too long, don't you think?
I think so. I think he'll probably wait until. You know what I feel like about thinking.
The thing is, taking this long is actually disadvantaging the short stacks. Blinds are going to go up. No, he's done it. All in.
He did.
The thing is, it's not going to make any difference because if Savard wakes up with a hand, he's going to call anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, he doesn't have to have a big hand to call. It's 10% of his stack size.
Engel's going to call.
Oh.
At least. And he's got him absolutely massively dominated.
Wow, what a coup for Engel.
Yeah.
Ace jack against jack 8. And he'll have chips left if he loses.
Yeah, which he probably won't. He probably won't lose. But he's, you know,
Yeah, makes the
he's
call.
got
So
he's got to call.
here we go. Ari Engel is calling with ace jack against the jack 8. Doty is all in for 68 million. The pot is 142 million. This will put Engel back up to second chip leader if it holds. Okay, not bad so far.
He's looking for a club. Dotul. There we go.
Gets it on the turn.
It's never easy, is it?
Fade a club or an 8.
Oh my God. Oh. Brutal game. Oh dear. Never mind.
And you can see Putin and Bouzier both on the one hand there. Yeah, well done, well done.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
for God's sake.
I've just. What's the pay jump?
Yeah.
What is the pay jump?
97,000.
The jump is 97k. So they've literally, that hand costs 97k.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, this is crazy. The
Poor
worst hand, and also I mean, he had the ace of clubs as well. But it's kind of sick that it ran out like that. You know, he had one of the clubs. Ah, dear. Never mind.
I'm sure Savard will be happy as well that Engel didn't win that pot.
Yeah.
Now, how do you play now when you've got pocket 5s and the short stack's only got 11 bigs? Under the gun with pocket 5s, he doesn't need to get involved, does he?
No, he doesn't. I don't.
And he folds. He knows that when it gets round to Savard, he's going to shove.
Yeah, you don't want to get involved with that.
He's looking at his stack size. Savard with 650,000. Engel's got 56,000. No, he let it go. So will Engel shove on Bouzier's? It's not a bad hand to wake up in the small blind, big blind, queen 8. Yeah, moves all in.
Yeah. Let's see what he's got. No, he won't call.
Survives. No callers.
That's exactly the hand he wanted him to have. Something like that. I think king. What do you think the calling range is there? The Nash. Oh, I don't know. Who knows? Queen, king 9, queen 9
queen
and
jack,
up.
queen 10,
9.
queen jack.
Yeah. I think I'd probably call with queen 10 and up.
Putin mucks 10-6. Savard jack 10 off. Probably do what he did with his 6-3. He's got 500 million more than anyone else on the table. Engel folds queen 5. Bouzier's going to fold his 7-5. And Toto folds his 5-3.
Generally, how's he playing Savard? Is he being aggressive with his big stack?
Yes.
I've not
Super aggressive.
really.
Yeah, as soon as he took Neil Farrell out.
Yeah, he got
it.
cocky. That's it. I'm going to win this.
It's not just the power of his stack, is it? It's the jumps in the payout that allow him to do this.
Of course. 97k is a lot of money. You know, he can lose the next one down is 150. Look, he can lose 150. He's still massive chip leader.
Yeah.
Well, he'll still be 200.
Yeah, exactly.
200 ahead.
Yeah. So he's going to do the same again here, isn't he? Ace 8. Why not mix it up? Just put like a little 3-bet in.
Yeah.
Like 18 million instead of.
He doesn't need to. Yeah, he can do
Yeah, he could just min raise every hand.
Of course, you can min raise every. No one's going to get involved.
Look, they're just muck. Look how quick they're mucking.
I know, which is great. I wonder who he'll end heads up with. I've got a feeling Dotul might come through. Just with that little, that little rush he got with the clubs. I think he might, he might end up being the one who takes on Savard heads up. He's quite a good player as well. I've been watching him over the last 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure about that, Tanya. I mean, I agree with you that if he gets too cocky, but I think this aggressive stance is pretty standard. I mean, if you've got such a massive chip lead, he can do exactly what Simon was just saying, which is just make a min raise, and he's only going to get called, called by big hands. Who are in position as well, and somebody may try and trap him, but I think it's unlikely.
Yeah. So 5 players remaining from the 8. Engel was originally our chip leader at this final tour with 252 million. He's our short stack with 67. Bouziers came to the final tour with 108 million, and he's on 127. Doty had 142, and he's on 131. And Boutin came with 43 million, and he's on 143 million.
How many are watching this? Where do you?
Don't know, Brian. Do you know?
Just curious to know.
Slight delay here.
Huh? 800. Oh, that's pretty good. That's not too bad for a Twitch stream.
So while we're waiting, let's have a look out at the
669. Thanks, Dr. Spin. So it's more like 700 than 800. Oh, I see. Savard must be feeling very, very confident, though.
I didn't say you were not ahead. I said
really must be. So there's going to be a short pause because there's while we fix the network. I think you probably saw that on your screen, Sam.
Yeah.
This is the yeah.
Okay, John and I are going to take a quick break. We'll see you back here when it restarts.
first one? The first one was
Okay, here we are. Back. Final 5. North American Party Poker Million. Savard gets a walk. No talk of a deal. It was because the internet crashed here temporarily. Yes, Ryan, 5-on-4 deals are allowed in the event. 10% of the remaining prize pool is taken and the rest is chopped up by ICM. So at the moment, what are they playing for? 2.1, 2.4, 2.6, 2.670. So they'd probably take just over $250,000 off the top. Which means we continue having a good stream. There's a 25k coming up on Powerfest, I believe, next week. If you're interested, Poker Shares are going to have betting for it for this super high roller on Party Poker. You're going to be able to bet on the players that play in that event via Poker Shares. Doty raises, third in chips. Gets it through. No, guys, there was no deal made. There was just a problem with the internet and it was reset. If there was a deal made, I would tell you all about it. Savard continuing his aggression. He has nearly 700 million chips in play. His opponents have 400. Pretty much between them, just over. Wow. min raise to 12 million. Will Engel shove here with his 55 million? I don't think he's going to get a better opportunity. And he does. Bouziers would have loved to have seen the flop for 12 million on the button with the 9-10 of hearts. And Boutin's got pocket sevens. So, John, just to let you know,
Yeah.
Savard, min raised, previous hand with like deuce 4 offsuit, got it through. This time he's got ace deuce.
Yeah.
Min raised to 12 million. Engel's gone all in 56 million, and it's folded round to Bouton, who's got pocket seven. He mucks as well.
Laid it down.
So will Savard call with his ace deuce?
Well, he's got to, with Savard behind him, he's got to lay that down, hasn't he? You know, he probably calls Engel, you know, he'll call Engel, but he can't. This is the power of the stack, you know. Boutin couldn't have just called there. He's either shoving for his tournament life, you know, if he's running into a big hand. No, he's going to fold. He's going to fold. So somebody wants to get Neil on stream. I'm not sure he'd be in the mood. Here for the cheese. Says, can we get Neil on the stream? I think he's at the bar.
I think he'd be drinking the bar.
That's what I meant. Drinking it. Yeah,
definitely.
It's sick.
He's gone home with $160,000. He must have been thinking that he was locked for top three.
Yeah. It was a you know, that happened to me in the PCA once. I remember with queens. Sorry, with aces. When there were 12 of us left. It's so grim. If you work out the sort of the sort of amount of money that you lose in that one hand, you get very depressed.
This is a hand Engel would have moved all in, but his timing is perfect this time. He didn't move all in under the gun with his king nine.
Wow, that was really good.
Dodged
timing.
a bullet, 13 bigs. He could easily have done it.
It's interesting. Dotil's actually, he's in the worst and the best position, because he's got Savard to his, whenever he's on the button, he's got Savard in the big blind, so he's got to, he wants to double up here. How do I play this? How can I make the most of this?
Put him in raising.
Exactly. Now see if Savard's got like ace queen or ace jack, or tens or jacks would be perfect. Ace six.
Savard has got 6-4.
Oh, 6-4.
He's obviously going to peel with for 6 million into 24.
Yeah, he might.
Troy gave away the strength of his hand when he asked Boutin how much he had.
Yeah. Let's see what the flop brings. Oh, he's got a piece of it, Savard. He's definitely going to call a bet. One bet. I wonder if Dotil will actually check this back, because he might want to get. I don't know. He can't really. But then again, it must be tempting. Sometimes these guys mess around a bit, when they've got overpair. He's going to know he's ahead. Probably bet about a third of the pot. What is the pot?
30 million.
Probably about 10. No, 11, 12, something like that. Or do you think he's going to bet more?
14 million.
14. Just under half the pot. The thing is, of course, when you're in a hand against Savard, what's in the back of your mind all the time is the 97,000 that you can lose if if he gets lucky. He's gonna he will call this, I think. He's got the look of a man who's actually.
Wow.
That's pretty. I would have expected a call there, wouldn't you?
Yes.
With that stack, I would have expected a call. Why wouldn't you? I don't know. Why wouldn't you call that? I don't get it. I'd have called just to see whether I can get lucky. But what do I know?
Made a big fold there.
Who's breathing so heavy? Probably me.
$6 million. Big fold.
Who's there? 5-3. We'll go straight in the muck. King Queen this time. Min raised with kings. What's he going to do with King Queen?
Same, exactly the same. Balance his range.
Raised to 12 million.
No, he's not going to call in the small blind with that. It'll be interesting to see what Engel's got. I mean, if Engel's got an ace, he's just going to shove it. No, he's got nothing. He's just.
Yep.
So Dotil wins 2 hands in a row. It's going to make you feel. It makes you feel good, you know, winning 2 hands in a row like that. You suddenly get. You feel confident. It boosts your sense of being. That sounds like bollocks.
Did you know? Did you see the hand with Dotil went all in with Jack 8 of clubs against?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ace Jack. So.
I know. It was pretty sick.
Oh yeah, that happened just before the break. Didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
6 million.
So that you know, he's as far as he's concerned, he's won 97,000 minimum by surviving that.
It must be so frustrating, mustn't it, for these two on his left, knowing that every time those two fold quickly to the button, he's likely to do
Engel's
this.
got a call here.
Folded King 2 off.
Did he?
In the same spot before.
Okay, well,
aces.
He did well.
Yes.
He did well. Wow.
Okay. Well, if it really is Savard's day, he's going to crack aces. He's already cracked kings.
No, I don't think he will.
Ace Jack. Is he going to get lucky with his Queen 10, or is Bouzier's going to double up?
I think Bouzier's will double up. That's my. Obviously, he should. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got a piece of it.
I wonder if the other players are thinking Queen or 10, Queen or 10.
Well, of course they are.
So, Queen or 10, or Bouzier's will double up.
Wow. Not the sweat. What a sweat.
Bouzier's up to 2-3-3 now. Savard on 5-5-3, so might slow him down a little bit now. He might just start playing, still play aggressive, but not take risks with his stack. Certainly won't be doing it into Bouzier's big blind now, which helps Engel out.
So what did Bouzier started that with? What, 119 million was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
So he's up to 238. No, 234 now. I'm just looking at the screen here. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, I can hear something now. I don't know if it's us or on the TV table.
Oh, what? Somebody breathing? Maybe it's a mic on the table.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be the dealer. What was that? It's a player, apparently. Heavy breathing, not me.
So, Savard's monster chip lead. Took a little chip out of it there.
Oh, is he on run it once? Dirty. That's interesting. I like that side.
Hand that Booty would normally raise with, 5-handed. But in this situation, he folds the Queen 9 of clubs.
Okay, what do you do with this? Yeah.
You pray that they don't wake up with a hand. Got past that one.
Call,
call. Tens from Doty, and it was Doty that done him earlier with the Jack 8s when he had the 8 Jack. Can Engel get some of his chips back?
No.
You don't think he will? 5, 6 of spades for Ari Engel against Philippe Doty.
Come on, waited for
tens.
No help.
It's going to be extremely difficult now.
You need a spade or a
Running
3
spades,
or a
3,
4 or a 6. You can make 2 pair. Or now he needs a 6 or a 5. He's out.
Well, Ari Engel came in chip leader today, 252 million. Over the last 2 days, definitely impressed me with his skill levels, his ability to change gear, but today was not his day, and we lose him in 5th. He picks up 238,000.
And you'll never find a more depressed person in the building apart from Neil Farrell. People are always amazed. Okay, you win that huge amount of money, and yet you still feel desperate.
So we're down to the final 4 players. We've lost half the final table. It took a long time to get going to lose players, but now we've lost 4 of them. Savard is still our chip leader. Came in second chip leader on the day. He's up to 553. He's got half the chips in play. Doty is now up to 231, having been the short stack. Bouzier has also had a good run from 108 to 229. Boutin is our short stack on 120 million, but he's the gentleman that came in as the short stack with only 43 million, so has done tremendously well to be in the top 4. Guaranteed a payday of 335,000, 4 times what he would have got if he had come 8th.
Very nice. You know, the funny thing is, I just fancy Dutude for the. I don't know why I spotted him earlier on. I just fancy him. I think he could do well here. He's got a very good table presence. They're all good players, of course, but I quite like his. I like his style. It's very aggressive, and he'll get more aggressive, obviously, now that they're 4-handed. So Dotul has 5-9. Jack against Jack 4 for Boutin. I think whoever bets. I think Dotul will actually bet this. And take it down.
Some of the most impressive moves today have actually come from Bouzier's. Some great moves. 4-bet shove when the 2 chip leaders were playing a pot.
We need French commentary.
Parlez-vous français?
Nope.
I only speak a little French, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
It would make sense to actually have someone. We should really probably. We may look into that next time around. Actually, where we have when we're streaming, if we actually wherever we are, we should actually.
Yeah,
have
normally we would. Normally we'd have dual commentary.
Well, in Russia, yeah, in Russia we had Russian commentary, and I think it would make sense to have French commentary in Montreal. We'll certainly look into that next time around. Apologies.
Boutin's found pocket jacks here. How on earth Doty found just a flat on the button with Queen 10?
Well, this is just going to be an all-in and a fold. may worry, you know, he may worry a little bit that Dutul is limping with a very big hand, but really there's only 3 hands that can beat him at the moment, so he's definitely going to shove.
All in. All in.
There's definitely a fold now too. This hand is just fairly straightforward.
Owen Execrane says, yes, my English is very bad.
The handsome hustler. The problem with that is, he's suggesting that he lives 30 minutes away.
It could be finished by the time he gets it.
Well, not only that, but we also don't have two setups. You have to have 2 setups to be able to do dual language commentary.
Well, considering these guys are now playing for the next 4 payouts, which are 335, 450, 650 and $1 million, they seem pretty cool, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's kind of I think once you get this deep, you've been. Actually, this is an interesting point. Actually, I'm going to bring this up. Simon Trumper, right? When I first started playing poker in it was probably not. Whenever it was, I can't remember, a long time ago. I'd been playing a while, and then I got very interested in it, and I went to the Victoria Casino in London, and they had the European Poker Championships on, which I thought, I'll go and watch that. And there was this name across all of the leaderboards they used to write down all the tournaments. You probably remember this, Simon.
Of course I do.
Yeah. And all the tournaments, 7-card stud, Omaha, high-low, all this, who the winners were. And right across this board was Simon Trumper in either won one, came second in one, or you came third in one. You were everywhere. I thought you were. I think there were 4 tournaments you actually were in the top 3 in. And I was going, I thought, oh my God, this Simon Trumper guy, he must be the man to beat. And here you are now.
Doing commentary.
How the game's moved on.
Both players with a flush draw here. King of Hearts for Bouzier's, Queen of Hearts for Doty. Yep, it was a long time ago. 1997. Certainly. Came first, second, third and fourth. Played 6 European Poker Championships events.
Yep, no, I remember it.
Created a teeny-weeny bit of history. And of course, in those days, there were I think the tournaments were capped at 173. Perry hits, just imagine how soft those tournaments were. In actual fact, it was the European Championships. And because this is 20 years ago, all the top players in Europe used to come to London. There was only 4 tournaments a year in England at the time. There was a tournament in Amsterdam, a couple of tournaments in Paris, a couple of tournaments in Vienna, and that was it.
Enough about you. Look, there's a really interesting hand going on here.
What's happening?
Bouzier's bet with his king-high flush draw, which is it's a pretty good bet. He's bet 17 million into a pot that was presumably 31 million. And now Dutul is thinking, I think, it looks to me like he might actually raise here, Dutul. He's certainly thinking about it. Annoyingly, where's the pre-flop action? Okay.
Dutul raised. 13 million. Bouzier's called. Both check the flop. And now Bouzier's has led out. Dutul with 2 overs and a flush draw.
He's thinking about it for sure.
Wow. Folds. Second chip leader. So he's given up his position as second chip leader. Bouzier's is now up to 246. Doty 219. Boutin 133. Short stack with 22 bigs.
Nice play by Bouzier there.
All players guaranteed the minimum of the next payout, which is 335. It's 115,000 jump to third at 450. Then it's 200,000 up to 650 and 350 up to the million.
So Boutin, the button is on Boutin, or Boutin is the button.
Boutin. short stack button and...
Where is the button on the table? I can't see it.
Ace 10. Oh, he's under the gun.
Oh, he's under the gun.
UTG.
Oh, I see it. There was an error in our graphics here. My mistake.
Dizzy Dig, no deal. Someone's saying that these are all Quebecians. I'm guessing they all know each other.
I'm sure they all know each other. I think that the you know, they're unlikely. I think they're unlikely to do a deal at the moment. I think if, you know, if everybody gets sort of, if Savard loses a big pot,
To Putin.
yeah, and then everybody's got like sort of, you know, 250, 300,000, then you might find that people start considering it. Which,
well, especially as the next blind level is going to take it up to 4.8.
yeah, it kind of gets a little bit of a.
I had a side bet, by the way. At the dinner break when I walked out? Steve Warburton said to me, "What time do you predict it will finish?" So I said about 12.
Yeah.
And he stuck his hand out and said, "I'll have £100 with you that it's longer." I said, "Okay, fine."
Really?
So I took it, and as I walked away, I said, "Just give me it when you come back to DTD."
I can lose a lot of money in the cash game between now and
So when I came back from dinner, obviously, because of the delay,
yeah.
Neil had already been knocked out. Second chip leader knocked out by the chip leader, and he said, "You've just gone favourite."
Yeah. So what have we got here? Ace 10, 10, 7. Yeah, Bhutan's got to. He's got to bet this. Oh, maybe he's just trapping. I suspect, I would have thought Dotu would have actually bet that. I mean, I can't, like, I think I would have definitely bet that. But I think now Bhutan almost definitely thinks his ace high is good, especially on that sort of board.
Knuckle up says Jabus crushes at PG. Well, he's
And
definitely.
now, look how Dotiul runs here. He's hit his. They've both hit their 10, but the 4 clubs might stop the action. Actually, they won't. I think it'll just go check check. Dotiul might fancy. No, it's going to go check check. Yeah.
With an ace.
Oh look.
It's interesting, John. When this final table started, you had one player with over 4 million in earnings, which I think was Engel. Then you had Neil Farrell with over 3 million.
Yeah.
And there was one other one with over 3 million. If you look now, Philip Doty 681, John Savard 870, Jonathan Bouzier 72,000, and Louboutin 119,000. So the 3 that had millions are all gone.
Isn't that that's fascinating? Fate will push, well, at least 2 of these up into the million earning bracket.
I tend to agree with the chat, by the way. If Bouzier's on 242 now, if he could take a chunk out of Savard, he'd probably be favourite to win. He's in the best spot on the table, isn't he?
Definitely.
Doty with ace-9 small blind.
It's funny how the way they're seated though as well. You've got 3 against 1. You see when you look at that top shot, it's quite funny that the way they've been knocked out.
He's obviously limped here, hoping that Putin will raise, but he's not going to get it.
I think they're justifiably being very cautious. Bhutan's unfortunately got a piece of this, but I don't think. I think it'll go check check. I don't think he's going to bet his 4. I think Doty will bet, and I think that Bhutan will just fold. He might consider peeling one. I would. But then,
Savard didn't,
I'm
did he,
sick.
when he had his 6?
No, he didn't. And Bouton's vulnerable, being the short. You know, he wants to wait. You know, he wants to wait until he's got somebody crushed, and then try and get doubled up.
So Bouton's previous total 119,000. He's sitting there. He looks pretty calm, but he's about to quadruple his earnings. He's going to get 335.
It's huge, happy days. I love the feeling when you go deep. You know, when you go deep in a 6-figure win tournament. There's nothing better. It's very relaxing. That's why they seem relaxed. It's just they know that they know that they're guaranteed a nice hefty payout. What was the next one? 300 what? 350 was it?
335.
335. 300.
This will be interesting. ICM payouts currently would be just interesting. Magic TTS. If you're going to work it out, take 10% off because that's what the deal would require. So 2.12435. So take off, say, $250,000, and then do it, which would be 2185 chopped up. I must admit, these guys definitely are not playing like players that have only won that amount of money. So I'm guessing that they are well-known online players.
Well, they are. Dotul, I know, is very well known. Savard,
that's his name, apparently. Take Chip. They've been telling us. Right, okay, bit of interest in this one. Gut shot backdoor clubs for Savard. 7 or Jack. A double gut shot.
I suspect that Savard will play this quite aggressively.
1 pair for Doty.
Oh, there he is.
Backdoor hearts, wow.
Yeah. That is an interesting card.
Look at that, Doty, 20 outs.
What do you mean 20 outs? He doesn't need outs. He's winning.
That's what it says up there.
No, I know, I can see that, but he doesn't. The outs. Dotul's ahead. He's got 8s and 10s. Savard, unless I've. I think
Unless the graphics are wrong.
The graphics are wrong. He doesn't.
Hi, Trump. How you doing?
Somebody's put them in wrong. Who's Trummer?
Don't know. He's been coming on the stream every day.
Okay.
Don't know why he always comes
That's
this
very
late.
loyal.
He must be working late.
Dotul's going to call this. He should call. But it's, you know, it's so easy for me sitting here to say that. But I think he'll work it out, and I think he'll call, and then fold if a club or a jack or you know, if it's something like that,
or
some sort of a seven, any sort of straightening card or flushing card.
40 million in the middle.
Okay, that's a good card for that's a very good card for Dotul. The only danger is he may think that Savard was betting with the ace-high flush draw, but then also Savard doesn't really know that Dotul doesn't have the ace of clubs in his, you know, he obviously has it in his range as well. So this is going to be interesting. I think Savard might bet this.
No checks, and it will check quickly back.
Yeah.
Doty will win this one.
Yeah.
So he is now going to be very close to the second chip leader, Bouziers. 236 to 242. Savard
Nice hand.
still out in front on 523. Bouton on 140, a double up, and he would be second chip leader.
I'm Master Matt. How was that a good card for him? SMH. What does SMH mean? Oh, this bloody internet language, I can't be bothered with it. What does SMH mean, I Master Matt? Oh, shake my head. I don't know. Master Matt, don't listen to me, but I just thought, I was thinking that given the sort of the pre-flop action, I can't see if Savard had an ace in his, he would have probably raised. But I'm so crap at this game anyway. I love it, but I'm really bad at it. Don't expect to learn anything from what I say on the stream. SMH, I like that. I'll remember that. Thank you, Master Matt, for actually giving me some new intellect. Shake my helmet, Hooper. Oh God, I love my job. Oh dear. White Pony, yeah, everybody loves it. They literally, this guy, I've been playing in the cash game here this afternoon. Hold on, let's see how this hand plays out first before I tell some stupid story. What have we got here? Oh, is it finished? Sometimes, yeah, anyway, I was playing in the cash game this afternoon, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking that this guy came into the smoking room where I go have a cigarette, and he said, "John, I'd like to play you anywhere in the world, anywhere in the world." And there were a few other people in the smoke just burst out laughing, you know, because I was just going, "Yeah, there's a lot of people who feel the same way." Anyway, whatever.
Magic TTS has put up ICM with 250 taken out. Would be 686 for Savard, 534 for Bouziez, 530 for Doty, and 443 for Boutin. And they'd still be playing for 250.
Yeah, that's getting. Those numbers are getting quite close. I think that. I don't know whether there's been any suggestion.
No, none whatsoever.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah, they're looking at.
C'est possible.
Yeah, they're looking at chip stacks at the moment. But it's only because
Savard raised to 14 million. Doty, well, he's got a tough decision, John. He's got 3-4 off.
Yeah.
The big blind.
Well, he's got to make it look like he's folding something.
Here he hits. Please don't encourage him.
Encourage who?
Me singing.
Oh right.
I've done a few fan favourites. You know,
Have you?
Always look on the bright side of the life.
All right.
I did my way.
Should we get? What about? I wonder if Marcel is watching. No, Marcel sometimes comes on Twitch. Yeah.
Marcel and I were singing on a feature table at the World Series of Poker. Well, when I say singing, we were putting a few notes together.
Well, I just, I love the Marcel's crooning. He's got a lovely voice. Oh, Devilfish! I just used to love it when Devilfish picked up his guitar. It used to be. There's a lovely video, a sort of YouTube video of him busking in Cannes. Do you remember? It was such a doing a knocking on heaven's door.
Yes, he sang that at his funeral.
Yeah, I know.
You were there, weren't you?
I was. Yeah.
For those of you that did know Devilfish, you won't believe this, but at his funeral, there was obviously a lot of poker players and family, friends. Church was packed, and the vicar said, "Can you all stand up? We're going to have a song." So we all stood up, waiting to see what we were going to have to sing. And Devilfish's voice came out singing knocking on heaven's door,
Great.
Which created a lot of humour in the church.
And emotion as well.
Very sad.
I've never been to a funeral where people actually clapped the coffin as it left the church. Yeah. I've never had that. It was amazing. People stood up and they applauded as he left, as he was carried away. Anyway, let's not get into that. We'll both start to get emotional.
Yeah. Doty with an easy spot here. Why does he flat here? I don't understand that, to be honest.
Maybe somebody will be able to explain it to us.
Ace 10 on the button. 219 million. Blinds 3-6. And he elects to flat. He's never getting a squeeze from or raise from booting in the small blind with Savard behind him. All he's ever doing is allowing Savard to see a flop.
Yeah, that is true.
White Pony, the fish on Late Night Poker is what made me love this great game. Yeah, he was an absolute true character, legend of poker. I was very blessed to have known him.
Yeah, shippy. I understand. I get that. I think you know, he can. It's like I said before, is that when because he's got. I mean, obviously he's outflopped him, but now Dochil can get away from it. I think you're right. Given that he's in the most difficult position on the table, whenever he's on his button, I think limping with a very wide range is not such a bad idea. I mean, Savard will bet here.
Very good.
What, Simon? I loved you watching you in your plumbing days.
They did a program, didn't they, called what was it called?
What? I'm your plumber.
No.
What?
I did a show with Helmuth and Carlos Citroni, Gary Bush. Can anybody remember what it was called? So long ago.
No, it's going to be not going to be
Begins with
anybody.
Poker Kings. That's what
There's
it's
not
called.
going to be
Just come back to
anybody
me.
that old watching
I know.
this. I
It's
mean,
called
Twitch
Poker
is like
Kings.
for under 40, well, under 30, really.
Oh, wait. White Pony, behave.
Simon Glory.
Don't encourage him, for God's sake.
Oh dear.
Listen, you know what? The fact that he knows what it is the worry.
Okay, so this is a classic. I mean, Savard limp means that he can, you know, actually get away. You know, he can get away from it. I don't mind that play. I think given his position, relative to Savard, and given the you know the stack sizes, I don't mind it. I think you know, he can just say the flop had come 8-10 deuce or something like that. You know, then he can pick up a few chips. Unfortunately, he got outflopped. Never mind, that happens. But it hasn't done him that much damage. It's only cost him 6 million. Should I say one big blind rather than saying 6 million? It's probably better that way.
Oh, must be the end of this level then, John.
Are we on a break after this?
It looks like it. The other players have just got up.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to go back to the cash game.
All right, mate. Thanks
See
for
if I
coming
can
in.
win my money back.
So, I'm taking. What's going to happen here? Savard, small blind, King 9 against Bruzier's second chip leader. So he's not going to do anything too funky. Is he? He's not going to be moving.
He's going to raise. He's going to raise.
He's obviously going to raise.
Yeah.
He's not going to be going all in like he was
He'll
before.
make it 9 million. Bye, Tanya. If that's your real name.
It is actually.
Oh, is it? Okay.
She's on my Facebook.
It's fantastic to see all Canadians left at the table. It is, actually. I really like it that, you know, I loved it that Neil made it through. I would like to have seen him go a little bit further. But given that we are in Montreal, I think it's great.
Is anybody interested in having a pop on Poker Shares, is it? The betting site?
Oh, he did his king. I'm going to go because this hand's over now.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later.
See you later, mate. Thanks for that.
Bye. Thanks for listening to my rubbish. Bye.
Okay, anybody interested in betting on the 25k Super High Roller during Power Fest? Odds are being shown on Poker Shares, which is Mike McDonald's site. So go along and have a look at it. Tanya's just put a link up there for you. And you have the opportunity to bet on your favourite super high roller players.
250, 260.
I have no idea what Buzier is thinking about.
Moi, j'ai 140, puis l'autre, il a 550. Mais ouais, Chris, le all-in des Kings contre House-Jack, ça valait cher.
He's wasting break time here. Wow, that was a fantastic turn card for him. Now has a straight and a flush draw. Checks back. So, can he hit runner? What's the answer? The answer's no. Well, he had a go, didn't he? Fair play to him for having a go. A lot of players would have just folded on the flop. $14 million from Savad. He gives it up. He's not going to rep the ace, jack, the 9, jack or the flush. So we are now at a break. Let me just find out how long the break is going to be for. It is 16 minutes. So go and make yourself a drink. And do whatever you do. Obviously, Trump loves excellence. We know what you're going to do during the break. Please make sure you wash your hands afterwards. See you back here in 16 minutes. Thank you.
Mes lunettes sont sur la table.
Wait, 17 million.
Simon Trumper is not joined by Mike Sexton. Simon Trumper is joined by John Kammer.
Evening all.
I can tell you that there has been no talk of a deal during the break.
Good to know. Savile just electing to check behind there with his king high. I think in these circumstances a bet may have got through at that point. Blinds at 4 and 8 million. So effectively 12 buy-ins. Six for clubs, can't blame him for raising with these.
16 million.
Thanks for Dotel. It's quite a healthy stack in second place. You might not want to do anything too risky with this, so unsurprisingly, we'll call, hoping to catch an 8. Put it in the big blind, must have checked. didn't he? Or was he folded? Sorry, it must have folded. Six for Savard, elected not to bet that. Surprising that he didn't actually follow up the C bet there. Not sure why he's happy to check this down. Requires one of the remaining sixes or fours to end up with a better hand here. Would you be checking both streets here, Sam? Or do you think you could find a bet here with the your third pair?
No, it's fine.
Definitely would have been better than the turn.
So yeah, I'll probably even bet the flop if I'm honest. Well, he's going to bet. In fact, no, actually, it looks like Dutill's bet out with his eights. Savard's just flat call with his 6-4. 7 helps nobody. I think after checking the flop, I wouldn't be surprised if Dutil is quite, well, Philippe, wasn't it? I think he's going to be quite confident his eights are still ahead. Whether he puts a value bet out is one thing. Probably doesn't expect to get called by much. Check, check. The eights will be good for Philippe. Adds 38 million to his stack, and he's bridging that gap, isn't he, to Savard now? Not quite as dominant as he was an hour ago.
Savard 534.5 million. Doty 280, Bouzier's 197, Boutin 129, blinds of 4 million, 8 million, and we have a 1 million ante. 16 million in the middle, pre-flop.
That means the antes are effectively 5,000 each on. It's quite a big game. Bussy is here with King Jack. Surprised they're going to raise with that.
13 million.
Right?
16 million.
Everything seems to feel very slow and deliberate at the moment. Not much chatter going on. I suppose there's quite a lot of money at stake here. Boutin giving it a bit of a thought, yeah?
Well, four-handed, I genuinely think there is only one move here. Thank you. That's exactly what I would do.
I suspect we'll get a call as well. Probably thinking it's time to make a stand here. If he does,
183 million.
no, it's past. Well, I think if he had called and doubled up there, well, near enough doubled up, it would have Made for an interesting three-hand running. However, he folded like a little girl.
So with no deal done, 335,000 for the next player out. 450 will be third, 650 for second, and 1 million for the winner.
Non, je vaux pas. $8 million. There's no stack behind these 3 yellows, right? You're hiding something.
Is he still doing the all-in tactic, or is
No, not
is it
so much
starting
now.
to get a bit more expensive now? Is it?
Well, things were definitely moving at a better pace, weren't they, earlier?
He has gone all in this time. King Jack. Tough decision. We've seen these get folded in the big blind quite a few. Well, at least twice, haven't we, to a jam from Savard.
Excuse-moi, Louis, je peux te demander de combien?
J'ai 158, je pense. Je vais te confirmer ça dans 2 secondes. 157, excuse.
174 million remaining. Blinds 4 and 8. Around about 22 big blinds. Too much to be gambling with, really, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think it's not an easy call though, John, is it, when you're
No.
second in chips?
I think this is, well, he's not actually second. No, he's not second in chips, as he's third in chips. But, yeah, look, if it's £100 comp down your local casino, I dare say it would, you'd call. You don't mind grinding it out a bit longer when the top prize is $1 million, so understandable.
So the most likely place that they may consider a deal is when they get down to 3. Although I'm hoping, because flatten the payout a little bit, they might not.
$8 million.
Savard, 7-8. I think he will raise this. I don't think he'll go all in. We did notice before, though, he sort of raised with his weak hands and then just was jamming with the stronger ones, wasn't he?
Raised to $17 million.
Don't know if the players have picked up on this or if they've been relayed that information by anybody they have sat on the rail watching them. You don't need to go all in, is there, if they're just going to fold to your raises. Anyway.
Bootin just below 20 bigs, Poussier's just over 20 bigs.
I think he'll probably let this one go and let somebody else go at the short stack, which I suspect will be Bessiers from the button. Very suitable hand to be raising the button from, with. Actually just gone straight all in, no messing. Pocket nines.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure this will get called, so we're off to the races.
Boutin started this final table with just under 44 million. Done a fantastic job to get to this point, four-handed. Will he now go second chip leader by winning this pot?
Well, one or the other will be second chip leader. I can't believe he's dwelling here really to a button shove. I know he's played pretty tight thus far, but I mean, come on, there's limits. Yeah, he's called.
As John said, we're off to the races. Queen 10 versus nines. Boutin, the player at risk here. He has the shorter stack.
Yeah, both these players roughly 20 big blinds, weren't they? So Boutin is at risk. And Bessiers takes the lead here. Only a 9 is going to help Boutin. He's already a king, no help whatsoever. So it's literally only a 9. And it pairs the ace. And that is the end for Louis Boutin.
Yeah. Well, he's had a good day, John. He came in 8th position with 43.9. So looking at a potential 80k payday instead, he's going home with 335,000. I'm sure he's had a fantastic tournament. Well done, Mr. Boutin. And we are down to our final 3.
Not the world's worst work. Do we know if any of these were phase 1 players? I think the guys make the final through the phase 1 or through satellite.
Not yet.
So we're down to 3, and the chip stacks. The dominance of Savard is not quite as much as he was enjoying earlier on. So I think the play will probably slow down significantly now.
Yeah, all 3 of these players capable of making moves. Boussiers showed a bit more heart early on to get to this position. He's now second chip leader. 450 guaranteed, 650 for the runner-up, 1 million for the winner.
Il l'a demandé tôt, mettons. Oh, il n'y avait pas de déconne. Ok, désolé.
I'm going to try and steal the one big blind with 9-5 of clubs. JP, also known as Jean-Pascal Savard, or JP to his friends, I believe. Going to go to a flop with him with. Oh no, something. I'm not 100% sure what was up with the graphic there, but it turns out he had Queen 9. Did Jonathan?
Just checking back through some of my notes, and I think, pretty sure, Boutin was the guy that cracked Sam Trickett's kings back on day 3. Trickett got it all in. Kings against ace king.
He won't be better, Sam, though. I'm sure he'll be rooting for him.
Of course he will.
All the way to the £1 million win and $1 million win.
He'll have a job now. Just come forth.
Oh, sorry. Boutin was it? Big part. I thought you meant one of the other guys. I'm sure I'd be very pleased for him to get the 4th as well.
33 million.
Well, Jack raising with air here. And it's worked. Nice move. At the moment, it doesn't look like JP will want to do a deal. I think he just feels like he can run over these two. But time will tell.
Michael B says Savard won an online phase 1 on March the 5th.
Oh, well done. Well, that's a great little spin up then, isn't it? If it's, unless he's busted that and re-entered, but if he hasn't, then it's a great little spin up from a phase 1. So Sam's just texted in, congratulations to Louis Bouton, he said. Well played. The best man won. So thank you very much for that, Sam. Nice fella. Nine six of clubs this time for JP. Spikes is 6. Still ahead with the 6s. Can find a bet this time. Looks like he's reaching for chips.
Bet 8 million.
Just 8 million. I think it's going to be enough against a 7-2 of Jonathan.
Trouble with these young players today, John, isn't it? They go bust with one pair. Neil Farrell getting it all in with kings against ace
I
jack.
know, what can you do?
Sam Trickett getting it all in with kings against
I know,
ace king.
They just marry these kings,
Yeah,
don't
they just
marry
get
them.
married to one pair.
Somebody's just asking about the bad beat jackpot. I think it is sitting around about the 600,000 mark at the moment. Have you played much of the cash games since you've
I
been
have
here,
not
so?
played any. If this finishes early enough, might play a bit of PLO.
Yeah, I've been playing a few of the cash games this afternoon. I think I could probably make a pretty good living here if I wasn't so crap. You know, there's lots of games here. You come in any time of the day and there's umpteen different cash games to choose from. Poker seems to be flourishing at the moment in Montreal.
So that was the big win for Savard there. Poker rolls put up. 12th of January 2015 came 4th for $500,000.
Okay, well, I'd say there's more than a reasonable chance he beats that. He only needs to knock out one more player. Does he? Or no, 2 more players, but it's a really good chance of beating that. Wow, that's quite an interesting board now. Philly with the best of this with his king high at the moment. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. No, Jonathan had an 8, didn't he? And he's actually improved to trip 8s. Probably won't be loving it though with the 4 clubs on the board.
Check. Trips.
Trips is good.
C'est beaucoup, on va pas te limiter. Check it down. C'est ça que je veux dire.
$8 million.
1,168 players from the day 1 stage. We are down to day 5, final table, last 3, playing for $2.1 million.
Whisper in Tanya says, can we have more scantily clad male staff in casinos too? I like to have options of who to go at. Well, obviously you've got the players, so I don't really think anybody really wants to see myself and Trump are walking around in hot pants.
Definitely not. Doty drawing to a straight flush here with his jack of spades.
Yeah, so he's took the lead anyway.
$14 million. 14,000.
$6-5 for Savard in the small blind. Will he raise? Will he limp? Don't think he's considering a fold.
He has limped, so 5, 6, 7, 8 between the two of them. If they hit each other's cards, will improve their draws.
Make Thomas Dunwoody a DTD girl. Not sure that would actually fill the club. Right, straight and flush draw here for Savard. Quite confident he'll bet this actually. Didn't in fact hold him from the small blind by the looks of things.
$8 million.
Felix has done a ICM for us there, taking out the 10%. Would be 717,000 for Savard, 596 for Bouziers, and 576 for Doty.
Well, they got locked up at the moment. 350, is it?
450.
450 locked up.
So they would still be playing for 210. So even if the third place player won it, he would get the most money.
Play it out. Don't be so soft. You got 450. How much do you want to win? All of it. All or nothing. Very greedy. Nice hand here for Savard and JP Ace 10.
Yeah, I don't expect him to ever be doing any of these all-in players shoves now against their stack sizes.
No, it's definitely flattened out a bit of the stacks. There we go. Jonathan might feel like getting jiggy here with his suited Ace 3.
Not sure I agree with that. Golf for poker. I've only been here 2 weeks, and the cash games have been
Cash
pretty
games
full.
have been rampant. Yeah, I think they're debating the rake percentage here, but I mean,
I don't know if that's if it's always as busy outside of these big events, but
it is actually the rake is actually capped pretty low here, so obviously. But I have been to the Montreal casino and they use the same rake model for their 1-2 games.
do they?
They do indeed. I was there only on Friday night.
Oh, looks like he's going to 3-vet here. 50 million. Savard, chip leader, on the button with Ace 10, 3-handed. Is this the time to pull the trigger, or does he just flat call in position?
Let's call. Well, an ace high board would be interesting. Well, actually, it'd probably be interesting if it's an all rack board. To see if Jonathan's got any moves in him there. I think you've got to follow up here with this. These sort of board, probably about another 50 million. Probably get away with 40 actually.
It's about 37 million. Exactly a third of the pot.
Well, he's thinking of a call here.
Makes the call. Can pick up a flush draw on the turn. Jack or a queen would also give him a gut shot straight draw.
He has picked up a good shot straight draw. I suspect if he gets checked to him, he will. He may jam it. He may actually jam it as well. Doesn't need to, of course. We know he has the best hand. Can Jonathan find the balls to shove it all in here?
Well, he's got just under 200 million. There's 185 in the middle. He bet a third of the pot last time. He'd have to bet a third of his stack.
He has checked it. Now, will he take the free card, or will he just set him in?
Yeah, checks.
Check behind. Well, I believe that makes it a chop. Probably both going to be wishing they've bet this now, especially when the hand's going the back. I'm suspecting a check is what's likely to happen here.
Yeah. We saw Savard bet a pot, didn't we, yesterday, where it was ace deuce 3 4 5. He'd flopped a set of twos against the ace and the flush draw of his opponent. When it ran out 4-5, he led out for 61 million on the river. Got him to fold the split pot.
I think he's moved all in, he's made a good bet. He can't call, well done. Obviously doesn't know he's unlikely he's chopping in that spot, I dare say. So JP keeping the aggression on there. Jonathan now down to around about 25 big blinds. I'm not sure when the this level ends, but still quite a bit of movement with 25 bigs, isn't there? You're not massive under pressure. Suited. I'm pretty sure if you'd not just lost that previous pot, he would be raising here for sure. He might still raise anyway. But he's got the awkward stack size of, well, no, he's going for reaching for chips, so probably 17 mil, is it? 18? 16 million. 16 mil, just a min raise. Problem with these min raises, you're not really going to narrow down JP's range because he's going to appeal with almost any two cards, I would suspect. So with just these little minimum raises, you kind of you're not really finding any information out. I get it. He's only down to 20 big blinds. His chips are precious. Philippe going to get out of the way. Probably thinking, well, JP will call, probably outplay him in a lot of spots, so selflessly stepping aside to let JP do the hard work.
Queen 9 for Savard, 5-6 of spades for Buziers.
No help to anybody except for the guy who folded. Paying strong attention to the movements of his opponent there, hoping to sense some weakness that he can exploit. Don't seem to be doing anything too crazy with this one. I think he just let this one go. Can't win them all. May have spoken too soon. Does indeed call. And rewarded. And this I expect will go check, check.
It's definitely slowed down, hasn't it?
For sure, yeah. Well, he slows down a bit when he gets 800 anyway, but obviously we're talking some serious money. Well, he's found another bullet here. There's Jonathan, so interesting to see now he's hit his queen, whether he's going to carry on. I mean, it's a bit crazy to call on the flop and then give up when you improve. Which he doesn't. He's going to call. And again, it's back to the initial bet. It's difficult for Jonathan to try and put him on any real range just for the min raise. He could have a 3 in his hand. Could have some ace rags in his hand. Could indeed have king queen. Or queen 9, which we know he does have.
Queen.
Gives up on it. He's going to get to see the queen 9. Probably frustrated sigh. And that drops him down to less than 20 bigs now. And he'll be posting his big blind as well. Well, there's some huge events coming up on Party Poker in the next few weeks. Is there some high rollers? Another $1 million event, I believe.
Yeah, $2 million 25k super high roller.
Okay, and I believe on Poker Shares on Mike Timex McDonald's site, you can have little bets or buy virtual pieces of some of the players in the event. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So if you've got a favourite player out there and you think he's going to be playing the 25k event, check out pokershares.com. It's a unique new site where you can actually have a little punt on players, so certainly some live events and some of these huge online events where you can effectively buy a piece of a player, so it gives you something to root for. Almost like a shared ownership of a horse, if you will.
Bit late to get on Savard in this one. So
Yeah.
That one is closed.
25k for an online buying. Can't imagine doing that on my old modem. $25,000 buying, 2 million guaranteed. There's a few players on there that you can who commit to play it. Patrick Leonard, for instance, you can buy him at 1.1. Rob Young, 0.94. That's
wow.
That's actually cheaper than actually buying a piece of him, isn't it? So that effectively means if you wanted to buy 10%, it would cost you $200. Well, let's say you wanted to buy 1%. Say it would cost you $240 to buy a piece of Rob Young in that event. Other players we know playing Alexandros Kolonios, otherwise known as Mexican 22.
Doting the small blind with pocket tens. Just flat calls. Bit unorthodox.
Maybe trying to trap here.
Let's see, 9999. Sorry, what was that website, John?
Pokershares.com.
Tanya has actually put the link on. Thank you, Tanya. Savard flopping bottom pair here. So Nancy 999, if you look above you, Whispering Tanya has put the link to the website.
noticed that Savard seems to be happy to check a lot of hands down with Dotil. Do you think he's just a little bit nervous of the player? Certainly seems a lot more passive against him than he does against Jonathan, for sure. So anyway, straight draw for Philippe. He's going to check that. I suspect this will go check as well. So yeah, check out pokershares.com if you'd like to buy a little piece of somebody in the up-and-coming super high roller and party poker. 25k buy-in. Is there some sort of charity bonus as well?
Yes, if the player that wins gets to choose for the reg fees to go to the charity of his choice. And if there are over 100 runners, there's 80 runners required for the guarantee, Party Poker will add 50,000 to it.
Wow. Ooh, Jacks now for 3.
Excuse me.
Don't think he'll be slow playing these. $16. 8-6 of clubs. Probably like to play these. Only find a 3-bet here. Certainly seen 3-bet with similar hands, and he has got quite a hefty stack now in 734 minutes, so he can certainly afford to do that. Take out second place in chips, and you're going to be in great shape heads up here. What's he going to do? Unless he thinks, well, I'll just let these two battle this one out, which I think he is doing. Yeah, he's going to step aside with those. Just the meagre 3-2 for Jonathan. He doesn't want to, even for a minimum raise, he can't really afford to be giving away that many blinds. Only has around about 15 left. 16. I think Jonathan's probably going to looking for spots to jam from the small blind here. It's just a case of whether JP's going to let him. I think he's likely to be just attacking every blind on the table. No, he's going to let that one go. No, I'm pretty sure he'll just jam here from the small blind.
Wow.
Has indeed. Only 4-3 suited. Buys him a little bit of time, and now he's got the button up to about 17 bigs. And don't be surprised if he jams again here from the button with quite a wide range. Seven, will this be enough? No, he's going to let that one go. King Jack. Now, he's already linked with 10s in the small blind before. What's he going to do with these? Got to be raising it, surely. Just flat calling again. Very curious, very, very curious play. I don't know if he's just scared, hoping that Jonathan Bessiers will get knocked out and then he can take on Savard heads up. Top pair, surely going to bet this time. Gets that through. Well, people say he's not scared, mixing it up, but certainly don't appear to want to play pots with each other. Queen's 4 for Philip, he'll let that go. 8-7 suited, pretty sure this will be getting raised, and he might even just go all in.
Yeah, 719 million, because he only has 129 now.
Can't call with Jack 3. So chisels another big blind off his stack. Drops him down to 16 bigs. 16 bigs and an ante. A big ante.
$415,000 for the player who comes third, $650 for the runner-up, $1 million for the winner.
Do dealers get taught to riffle shuffle, or do they generally come to the job knowing how? Well, it depends really. I mean, there's a lot of very, very experienced dealers out there who will come to the job knowing what to do, but certainly at Just Till Dawn we have training schools where we train people. Ken just flat calling in the small blind.
He's on the big blind this time.
Is he in the big blind?
Savard.
Savard's
Min raised on the button.
Well, let's go check. So I don't know if Savard's got a plan, let's take out Basir's first. He might as well just keep chiseling away so he's got an even more dominant advantage when he does get heads up. So he should really be attacking both players, and that's good to see. He's c-betting this.
High blackout general. Well, we're down to 3, as you can see. Savard has the best of it. 2 key hands, aces against jacks. And he shoved on Neil Farrell when he had ace-jack in the big blind against Neil Farrell with kings in the small blind. And he hit an ace.
Well, here we go. Caught the king on the river here. That's Philippe. Do you think another bet on the turn would have worked there for Savard? Or do you think
No, I don't. No, I think he would have called with his king.
It's difficult when your stack's diminishing. You don't want to be getting yourself down there in the middle.
I genuinely do not know why they're taking so long on their decisions.
Yeah. So I think the Phantom Farter's back by the looks of things. Jonathan there covering his face. He's obviously under a little bit of pain. Somebody may have had a heavy night on the Guinness last night. C-bet this, hoping to get called. May think there's a chop here. Probably expecting to get called off an ace as well. Just bet 11 million. Nice little bet that. I think quite often he might just call him here, see what he's got. Blackout General has asked, how do they pay if you win? Is it a direct deposit? Well, there's several ways you can pick up the cash here from the club. I think there might be a limit to how much you can take with you for sensible reasons. I presume you can take a cheque, bank transfer, or the easiest way would just be getting the money deposited into your party poker account, which would be great if you're an overseas player, because then you're not paying exchange rates. It's obviously very safe. You can withdraw it out into your bank in just a few days' time. I'm sure. Well, maybe they will be able to pay you $1 million in cash. Would you carry $1 million in cash around with you?
No,
In your squash bag?
definitely not.
Kev O'Connell did, didn't he?
Yeah,
Going back for
yeah.
Vegas. Is he going for a raise here? What's going on? Wow. Big raise as well.
Surely he has to call here.
Big raise as well. I think he just thinks that he's trying to steal the pot here and he doesn't want to share. It's difficult as well here because Savard could easily have a 3 here.
It depends how you bought in. Grind show if you qualified online or bought in via online. Then the money goes into your party poker account.
You can request it as well. Yeah, I remember Julian Garner coming second in the World Series, and I think Kev had a piece of him, and they got the cash. Binions was looking a bit ropey at the time, looked like he might shut down. So they said, would you like a cheque? And he was like, no, I'll have the cash, please. Took it home in a duffel bag. Julian couldn't sleep, kept looking up at the overhead locker while Kev's snoring away after a few black labels.
Oh my God, he's laid it down.
Well, good move.
No, haven't had a chance to play. Surely he's not going to limp again. He does.
He's going to punish him for it this time. He's falling into his trap. He's just stretching his lead now. He's got over to, well, 2/3 of the chips in play by the looks of things. Could double them both up and still be trailing lead, I think. Roughly. Certainly double either of them up and keep the chip lead.
Well, as we always say, John, if you're going to call the raise, why not raise yourself? Oh, that's not a bad flop.
Not at all. If Savannah tries to get too clever here, we could end up doubling him up. Big game on again then.
55 million. 55 million in the pot. Savard bets.
14 million.
14 million. How long is Doty going to take before he flats?
I don't think he'll flat here.
The way he's been playing.
I don't think he wants to get too jiggy. Big jams here could obviously look like a draw as well, so.
There you go.
He is
Flats.
trapping.
That's exactly what I expected him to do in the style of play that we've seen for the last hour or so. Do you think he'll check in?
I'm pretty sure he'll check this one now. Will Savard give up though?
One would be checking in hoping your opponent has a flush. Checked behind.
Fall to the flush there now. I wonder if Savard will try and rep that.
I agree, actually. This is a good spot to check now.
It's a great spot to check, really. I think he's not going to be checking a flush behind, is he? I think he'd probably value a lot of his hands, so it's probably might be a good little spot to check here, get some action out of him. Plus, he has a habit of just overbetting some of these things as well. So, but he's going to bet, and he's going to get nothing more out of this pot.
Well, unless Savard does something crazy and tries to raise him again, like he did before when he rivered the king on a 3-3-4-4 board, and he laid the king down. Clearly, he's not going to lay down a full house.
I think he's just as scared of the flush as.
Blackout General. Will there be streamed cash games in Punta Cana and Sochi? Definitely in Sochi, I would imagine. I know there is in Rosvedov coming up at the end of May, 29th, 30th, 31st. Relatively small bet here, 26 million.
Let's that go. So a few well-needed chips there for Philippe Dotil. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Dotoil, I think. Dotoil.
We get a jam from a small blind here.
Grind show 24, not really, but A for effort. So we must be getting it wrong.
So my English, I'd probably spell it do you all in? I don't know. Don't you? That's why I'm just calling him Philip.
Same hand here. Jack 4, Jack 4, Jack 4 suited for Busiers.
Well, they both missed the flop. Simon, besides Hold'em and Pillow, what are your favourite games? Monopoly?
Cluedo.
FIFA?
What was that? Super Stud, isn't it? We have in the
Yeah,
DC game.
we have,
I quite
we
like
have a
that.
few games in the
Super
UK,
Stud.
probably others don't see
I like
much.
Dealer's Choice.
Super Stud and Paduki.
It was Dotoil that took out Engel. No, I haven't. I'm sure John has.
Yeah, I played open face Chinese a few times. It's a fun little game. Don't know why people play it live though. It's so easy to play online. Down to just 114 million. And when these blinds go up, he's going to be around about the 10 big blinds stage. He's going to have to be looking for a move sooner rather than later.
About 4 hours ago, I think, I predicted this would finish on the 5 million, 10 million level. And it's getting pretty close. Hopefully I will be proved right. We shall see. Ah. Twill with pocket sevens in the big blind. Is he ever going to 3-bet? And the answer
He's going
is
to peel.
no.
I'm not sure setting traps with pocket sevens is a wise thing to do at this stage.
Been playing so passively since they got three-handed.
I think he just feels he's nailed on for seconds, so doesn't want to chance it. Well, there's a 5 here for Savard. And he hasn't really been betting his second pairs a great deal, so it'll be interesting to see if he bets this. No, he's checked it again.
The two actually
looks
checked
like he's hit
before
the
the
two.
flop hit.
Hit the 2 pair there. It did feel like they were almost checked before the flop.
Yeah, he did. I saw his hand. He checked as the dealer was putting the flop down.
That's a good way of disguising your set, I guess. Puts your opponent off, doesn't know what you're doing if you're checking the block, checking the dark. Well, 2 pair now for Savard. 2 over cards to Dottiel 7, so I don't think he's going to go broke in this hand. He's going to bet this. Quite heftily as well, it looks like 20 odd.
37 million.
Did it say 37? 37 million, I mean, that's basically a pot size bet. 265, does he really want to take him on here? Hero calling effectively. I think he just let it go.
Oh my God, I'm glad John's not sat next to me.
John?
Nothing. He'd be going mad.
Well, look, they are. He has been taking his time to reverse Dottiel. Maybe we should put shot clocks in for finals. It's not so bad when you watch these shows back and they can be edited, but quite painful for these live streams. Well, he is going to call. So he needs a 7. Otherwise, Savard is going to be getting closer and closer to that finishing line. That'll probably help in. It's filled in spades, straight draws, all sorts of things. So. Somebody just asked if this is live. It kind of is live. It's 30 minutes behind, so there's
Although
actually
it
a
seems
30-minute
longer.
delay. Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Well, that's a mighty big bet in quick fold. Quickest we've seen Philippe move today.
81.
That's to his already impressive stack. Does that take him through the 800 million? It does indeed. So now, literally has over 2/3. Could easily double them both up now and still have the chip lead.
100 bigs, three-handed, pretty cool. Buziez is going to need to find a hand pretty soon.
I think this will be enough for him to shove here.
Blinds are going to be going up to 5 million, 10 million, so he will be reduced to less than 11 bigs.
No, he's past this.
So for what we've seen the last hour, Doty will just flat call here with his Jack 9.
I don't think I've seen him raise the big blind once, actually.
There we go. Very, very passive play. Small blind, big blind.
Happy to check behind with Queen 2. Can't blame him. Oh, and there goes his Queen. Well, he's definitely flopping the bits. He really wants a 10 now. For Dotil. Oh, runner. Going to bet out with his gut shot. Just a 16 million. This won't be getting through. I'm pretty sure he'll call this. I'm not 100% sure how long to the level, but I'm thinking it's imminent. That could slow things down a little bit. Still the 10 required, only 10s now, there's no back doors available. Brave bet here, I might actually get there, but who knows. It's hard to rep things when you don't raise pre. I'm guessing check here. Shows you what I know.
I think you're cool.
You think? Good work. Yeah, I think you're right. No, he knows. Ooh, I'm not so sure now. No, he's let it go.
Actually laid one down. Nice hand.
He's got that many chips. He's not too bothered, is he? This will be interesting. Does he want to take on the short stack? Run the risk of swapping stacks with him effectively with just 6-8, or does he throw this away, knowing in all likelihood Savard will probably jam on him? Yeah, he's going to let that go. Savard almost certainly will jam on him with Queen 4 suited.
How much did you say? 110 avec le blanc. All in.
He has got a hand to call. Yes, he
So.
has.
I think this will be it. So let's see. He's asking to look at this chip stack to see how far behind he is. Dotil, which is significantly behind. He's got a 2.5 to 1 chip lead on him.
Has to call here.
I think
He makes
so,
the call,
does make the
so
call.
good luck to Buziez. I've enjoyed the style of play that I've seen in this final table. Deserves to win this one, I believe. But it has been Savard's day so far.
Well, it's 2 live cards. If you look, he's only 58% versus the 42% of Savard. That changes things a little bit. Savard now requiring back doors or some queens and 4s. No chops available, so it's going to have to be a queen or a 4 on the river. Otherwise, we're doubling up. And it is a double up for...
Wow. Well done,
Is it back
Jonathan
up to
Buziez. Sounds like he's brought his fan club with him. They're out there somewhere. Oh, it's the guy in the red jumper.
Nice one.
Doesn't even put that much of a dint in his stack,
No.
does he? He's still got around about 700 million. Well, the chip stacks haven't updated yet, but we think 218 million for Bassiers, 245. Oh, hang on, Savard has now actually picked up a genuine hand with jacks. Interesting. How much is he going to min raise this, or is he just a min raise again?
No real major confrontations, have we? In
No.
the shorthand, we've not had
Really
big pairs
close.
against each other, or ace, king, ace, queen against the 9s, 10s, jacks, anything like that. I don't think we're going to see anything. Oh, well, I'd definitely see a flop here.
I think there's a good
4 or
chance
5
of
of
seeing a flop
spades.
here.
Come on, you know what you're going to do. There it is. I like small suited connectors. Great cards for cracking big pairs.
Wow.
And there's a flop to do it. This
Well,
is when you
definitely
want your opponent to have ace queen and catch the ace on the turn.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, it's a good board to be making moves on here. But it being the straight draw rather than the flush draw, it's a little bit harder to be calling with jack. So check raise here, or when it's gone check.
Oh,
Gives him the straight draw.
extra draws, extra outs. Many outs, ace 4, 5 or 6.
I'm pretty sure he'll lead out here. She has. Not sure how much he's bet there, 22 maybe. Call there by the jacks.
Will he improve on the river?
Well, kind of, but it's not good not the way he probably wants. Now it's 2 pairs. He might actually put a little bet out here or make check call.
Yeah, good point there on in the chat. Bouzier's is only showing 99.5.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the top right-hand corners, the 99. Try and ignore that for a little bit. The actual graphics on the screen are correct, though. But the bit at the top where it says hand 152, no, that isn't correct at the moment. The stacks on the left-hand side where it says Savard 640 million and Dotil 208, they are correct. He's going for some value here with the 4-5, and this will
very
get
quick call there.
Yeah,
If he
snapped off.
Absolutely. If he doesn't believe him for a queen on the turn, he's not going to believe him on the river.
Yeah, no. Tatil's turn to be the shorter stack.
Now, these guys started playing, John, 10 hours ago.
They've had a couple of breaks, though, mate.
Well, yeah, they have.
You know, they're not just making superhuman. Hardly running a marathon. But he goes on about, oh, he must get really tired. Oh, bless. Like, come on, it's like, you know, be different if you sat there for 10 hours with someone tapping you on the back of the head for the full duration of it. Well, you're doing it in a sauna. There was some site years ago where they tried to do extreme
Look at that.
poker until Savard finds tens in the big blind, but nobody wants to take him on.
Yeah, go on.
There was a site a few years ago, wasn't there, trying to do extreme poker, and they were doing it underwater and skydiving and things like that. Tell you what, if he was doing it skydiving, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do as much dwelling as they do in this game, wouldn't you think? It's like, you know.
Yeah, if you take too long, you don't get your chute open. That would be quite funny. Bit messy there. Savard, 10s on the last hand. What's he got now?
Well, will he jam all in? Basir's now got like quite a bit more, well, double the chips he had before, so. Will he raise? He'll pass the 7-5 suit. We did see him pass the hand earlier on. Savard just 6-4. Not sure what Jonathan Basir's hands. He's gone all in. This will be a quick fold from Savard. Ooh, 7s. So now it's Basir's turn to feel the pressure. See how much Savard's going to apply to him. Quick fold. Just leave the short stacks to go after it themselves. King 6. Yeah, I was suspecting that was coming.
Oh, he's called.
Wow. Ooh, running to ace queen.
Dotoil with ace queen. Bouziers with king 6.
Dotoil at risk here.
King 6.
Okay, he said, I have king 6. So, if he hits a king or a 6.
Roughly a 60-40.
And he's flopped to 6.
Tell you what, good timing from Savard there, not raising the jack 7.
Yeah, Bouzier's got in front. Dotoil needs an ace or a queen, or he's a third place finisher.
Well, the heart, so he's got to hit an ace or a queen that's no longer a heart, so he needs a lot of help here on the river.
Missed on the river, so we lose. Mr. Philippe Dotoil in third place. He picks up $450,000. And we are heads up.
Well, he's going to have just short of a 2-1 chip lead once we've got to this heads-up spell. Savard, so 314 million to the 767 of, well, actually 312. He's actually going to have.
Okay, so what will happen now? They should finish this level. It says poker resumes in 45 minutes.
I'm sure that isn't the case. Oh. They're back already.
Wow. That was
right, okay. No, there is a little bit of a break.
Okay, so what should happen is we will finish the 4 million, 8 million level with no antes, and then the clock will be halved heads up.
Okay, that's great.
Let's see if it finishes on the 5 million, 10 million level.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Back to the tables now. Heads up action about to commence. They've been having quite a chat. Whether they've done a deal or not, I'm not 100% sure. I suspect they have. I believe they know each other quite well, so I'd suggest there's probably a pretty good chance they've done a deal. Either way, they've both got a minimum of $650,000 coming their way. We're working out roughly a 2-1, just short of a 2-1 chip lead for Savard. We think it's 767 versus 374, but I'm sure that will update shortly. If they have done a deal, I suspect it won't take too long to finish this off, but you never know. I think they will be playing for some sort of significant sum at the end of it, no doubt.
Okay, hi guys, I'm back as well, and yes, we are heads up here between JP Savard and Jonathan Bouziez. They have done a deal. They have took, it was $1 million for the winner, 650 for second. They've took 165 off the top and chopped roughly $1.5 million, which I believe is pretty much, it's gone like 800, 700, something like that.
Not too bad then. Well, so, two big hands to clash here at the start. 3, 2, 4, 3. Just a limp from the button here with... Oh, no, they don't actually have any cards in front of them. I presume that was the last hand. Yeah, it must have been. So, let's see.
Just going to finish off the 4 million, 8 million level.
So, thanks to all the people out there listening and staying tuned. If you'd like to join us in one of these events, make sure you sign up to Party Poker and try and qualify yourself to one of them. There's not all 5k buying events, there will be some 1k ones as well. I believe there's one in Rosendorf, isn't there? Is it next
there
week?
Is, John, yeah, 1st to the 5th of June.
So
1k buying, 1 million guaranteed.
For our UK listeners, or in fact for anybody who fancies it, there is also going to be a Grand Prix at Dusk Till Dawn around about the 14th of June, I believe, is it?
A little bit later, 17th to 25th.
17th to the 25th at Dusk Till Dawn. £1 million guarantee for just a mere £220 entry fee. You can play online day ones, win yourself in for a penny. Very cheap way of getting into those events. And for 200 quid, you could be walking away with probably 100k or more in prizes.
Buzzy has gone in front on the river. He needed Queen or Jack.
Chip counts have been updated. It is a 2-1 chip lead at the moment.
Knuckle up, Simon. Hopefully this ends in 33 minutes. I'll be exactly right with my time for the contest. Knuckle up. I hope and agree that hopefully it will finish before midnight, as that was my bet with Steve Warburton.
Not least for the fact I'd like to go out on the razzle at some point.
Yeah, I'd like to have a few beers. It's our last night in Montreal. We've had a great time. Thanks for your warm hospitality.
$38 million to cover Savard with just a 10. Is it? What's happened then? No, he's let it go. Good fold. It's a funky trophy there we've got.
Style of the logo.
Looks a little bit dangerous, if I'm honest. I wouldn't have it on the back seat of my car just in case I had to brake sharply.
Yeah, I think these two are good friends as well, and I agree. And Savard's locking up 800 grand at no risk. Bouziez 700, and there's still an extra 160 to be won, so Savard could still end up with 960. Who's your money on, John?
I think Savard's been the most aggressive player throughout. And I think obviously with the 2-1 chip lead, it's difficult for it's going to be difficult for Bessez. But you never know. Double up, the chip stack swap. So you just never know. I'm sure they both got it in the head that they want to win.
Blinds have increased now, as you can see. 6 million, 12 million. No antes heads up.
I think for everybody who's not been to this event, or I have to say it's been one of the most friendly events that we've had.
Yeah, definitely.
It certainly feels like the old fun community spirit that you used to get at poker events years and years ago. As it was at Dust Till Dawn as well, to be fair. It was a hell of a party at Dust Till Dawn. Your decision to put on the free bar has probably taken away all the profits that we could have maybe made. Did find it funny when you turn around and said, how can we run out of beer? I was like, what are the odds of running out of beer on a night when you put a free bar on, Simon? It must be a 1,000,000 to 1.
Bar was supposed to shut at 3:30, and we paid all the staff to stay on for another 2 hours. Everybody was having such a good time. It was brilliant. Good night. King, Queen against 9-7 here. Obviously, they're going to be seeing a lot of flops.
Well, top pair for Savard.
That'll be the end of this end. So let's not forget, 1,168 players. 8 players came to this final table at 20 past 12 today. It's now just gone 11. We've lost Ari Engel. We've lost Raven Shamus. Philip Dutoil went out in 3rd. Louis Breton 4th, having started the shortest stack. Neil Farrell very unlucky to go out with his kings against the ace-jack of our chip leader here, Savard. Matthew Waxman, again, he was unlucky. Queens against ace-jack. And Mr. Savard, you see there is our chip leader.
I'm pretty sure Savard as well was, once he got the chip lead, I don't think he's relinquished it at any point during the final either, has he?
No.
Well, both missed this flop. Whoever blinks first will probably lose this one. And first to strike is Bessiers. Doesn't like giving up quickly, does he, when he's got position? He's well, he's not got position actually, but tempted to have a little stab at this is JP. We did say you'd be going deep in this event, didn't we, a few days ago, a couple of days ago. We said no doubt we will see him much later on. I think maybe even said that we'd probably see him on the final table. Grabs a rather chunky piece of chips, and Bessiers will let that go. So I think that will then now give him back his 2-1 chip lead roughly.
I bet these two are going to go out and party tonight.
I'd have thought so.
Two good friends, ending heads up, playing for a total of 1.65 million Canadian dollars.
Not sure what he got, but it didn't take him long to raise with that. I'm not surprised at the suited ace-4, nice hand heads up on the button. Unlike a 6-2, double suited. Yeah, he's gone a little bit card dead. Not affected things too much. I think when you play 9-handed, you don't realise how much crap you do get dealt. It's only when you're having to post the blinds, which obviously you're doing a lot heads up. Continuing to pick up sixes and rags and
yeah, it goes to them. They didn't do an equal chop. It was roughly 800, 700. I think it was 805, 690 or something like that. Those are the numbers I was given.
raise it up with a 9-6. Probably looks like a monster compared to some of the rags he's been there so far, though I expect this will be jumped all over. Maybe make it
correct
90.
Nightbot is wrong.
Oh, has it gone all in? Did indeed go all in. Quick throw with the 9-6. Actually, what do you do when you get heads up? Can you remember that long back, Simon? Do you raise with everything? Or?
Yeah, 9 out of 10 times I'll raise on the button.
Queen 10 you like to play, I guess. Now, I think he's only pausing here to think, does he want a 3-bet or does he want to just flat and see a flop? I suspect he probably just want to see a flop. No, he is counting out a 3-bet.
Yep, that sounds about right, Jean-Pascal. Getting 791, Jonathan Bouzier's getting 693. I know there was about 100 grand between them.
Right, calls a 3-bet with King 7. Not unusual heads up. Top pair for Bouzier's. Be interesting to see if Sevard calls this. He's not one to give up on. He's not a firm believer that people always hit the flop. So he's happy to peel and give himself a chance to outplay people further down the streets. Well, no, he's just going to let this one go.
Heads up here. Party Poker North America Million Tournament. Exceeded the 5 million guarantee. It's been a fantastic week. Also broke the guarantee for the Grand Prix last weekend. Did commentary for the Grand Prix final last Monday. 3 days of high stakes cash games Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then 3 days of millions. Hope you've all enjoyed it. John and I will be heading back at the weekend, heading back to England. I'm having a short break. Going. It's my best friend's 60th birthday next week. Going to Barcelona to watch Formula 1. Then going to Roberto Romanello's Stag Do in Marbella. That should be fun. Back to dusk till dawn for the Grand Prix in June. Then off to Vegas for the Party Poker Las Vegas party. Plenty of chances to win a package for that. 10 packages every Sunday.
You have a tough life, mate, don't you? You have a very tough life.
I do, mate. And if you want to come and join me, you'll be entitled, having won a package, to come on all the activities. Nightclub on the Friday, pool party on the Sunday, golf day on the Tuesday, and Grand Canyon on Thursday. And you can play a bit of poker as well.
Both missed this flop. First to bet will probably take this one down.
Tanya, yes. Well, I'm staying home for 4 weeks in between 5th of June, 3rd of July. So that'll be the longest I've been at home this year.
Well, the 8 kicker of will play here. That's a few chips back to Basirs. Chisels away at that lead.
Looking forward to going back to Rosvadov in August for the opening of the new hotel there at King's Casino. Then Sochi in September, Punta Cana in November. And I'm sure there'll be a couple of events booked in between.
Is there skiing in Sochi in September? Or?
No, I doubt it.
It's obviously where the Olympics were held there, weren't they, a few years back?
It is, yeah.
Well, Rolf missed this flop by a mile, which I would suggest would probably make Savard favourite to take down. Sure enough. So, over 8 billion chips in play. Huge numbers. I was looking, you see, it's the biggest prize pool ever for a Canadian tournament, I believe, the millions this week. But on top of that, the previous one was actually a 10k
Buy-in.
10k buy-in, so it's over double the numbers of an event that was held at Niagara Falls, I believe, 10 years back. Blackout General John, tell us a joke, please. Well, poker's brought my family closer together. We've moved into a smaller house. So, calls again. So there's a 6 on the river. Savard try and steal this one. I think he'll get looked up if he tries.
My turn. Guy turns to his missus, says, "Can you pay me a compliment?" She says, "You're better in bed than most of your friends."
I like that one, actually. What do you say to a guy with no arms and legs sat at a bus stop? How are you getting on, mate? He's going to bet out heavily here. And he's pulling him to the test here with his third pair. Not an insignificant amount of his chips to call. Overbet the pot as well. But he's checked it a couple of streaks as well, so he's probably thinking, ooh. If he can find a call here, this will actually even things up quite significantly as well.
Yes,
He has
and
called.
he has called.
That's a great call, yeah. Well, about a good call. Now, this thing evens things out about. The dominance is it's probably the shortest stack that Savard's had for quite some time, I would suspect. Probably since he knocked out Niall, the horrendous cooler from before. despite taking that little hit, it's not slowing Savard down. Probably feels that he can just keep chiseling away at his opponent. How's a casino like a good woman? Liquor in the front, poker in the back. It's quite an old. I think somebody actually bought me a plaque with that on once. Pocket twos for. Ooh, bit of a clash here. Twos and sixes. What's the difference between a man praying in church and a man praying in the casino?
Don't know.
The guy in the casino means it.
Twos against sixes here. Will either flop a set? The answer is no.
No. And a pretty interesting board for a clash of hands here. Does Savard want to... No. Check it down. Can we see us find a bluff here? Check it. Can't really think he's got that much showdown value with the twos, but certainly not now. The first to bet here will take this. I think how are they telling us to shut up, do you think?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Well, he's going to bet out. Probably thinks he's bluffing there, but he wasn't. But didn't want to take the chance. Probably more didn't want to take the chance of Jonathan making the rate of the bet before him, because he can't really call it with six, so better to go down shooting than calling. Mighty 10-2 by Savard. Probably he was certainly racing with less than this. That's far tonight.
No blackout general. They're just not talking.
Yeah. Well, it's got a limp check, and they've both got relatively similar hands now. Probably chop this more often than not. Unless somebody bets, or unless you flop the flush. Unfortunately for him, Savard's got none of this, so his only hope is that he tries to bluff at it. And he's going to have a little stab at it. I think Jonathan will probably just have a little bit of a dwell up and go, go on then, I'll call. Maybe check quickly again on the turn. Try and look disinterested. Hope his opponent's got a king rag. Little wry smile. And JP's paying close attention to him. I'm not sure he's going to be fooled by the feigned disinterest. And doing that little head movement, which often he does before a bet. Not particularly useful tell. No, he doesn't need checked. Thought about it, but then changed his mind. It's not a great run out, is it, when you fly? No. You're not exactly loving life right now when you flop the flush, are you? It's like, why? Why? Possibly thinking his 10 might be good here, so you might actually just elect to check this.
Yeah. think I'm good here sometimes.
Yeah, I think, yeah, exactly. He probably thinks I'm probably okay. It would have been a chop, actually, if all the first 3 cards went all clubs.
No more jokes from us, John. I'm not going to tell the one about my girlfriend 20 years ago, telling me that sex is always great on holiday. Not a nice postcard to get. Anyway, this intense action heads up between Bussières and Savard is keeping the nation gripped in Canada.
All in there of just the jack 8, quick fold by the 3s. Chiseled into that lead a little bit. You don't have to actually steal that many blinds from the blinds of 6 and 12 million to get back on parity.
698 to 444. 690 to 428 is the correct amount.
Nice on the ace jack here for Savard. He'll raise this up. 33, still pretty much sticking to the min raise. Oh, hello. People like these sort of hands heads up.
He's announced
He's
all
just
in.
straight all in. Not even a raise. Instantly called.
And a call.
Now, this could be it. He's at danger here. He's dominated 70% of the time. Savard will be taking this
Now,
hand down.
remember, Ace-Jack was the hand that was the turning point for Savard against Neil's Kings. Is it going to be the winning hand for him tonight?
Well, looking for a queen and clubs would help. Well, there's one of the clubs. So only a queen or backdoor clubs is going to be any use now to Jonathan Bessières. No help here, so looking at a queen and only a queen. It's a king.
So we have our winner.
It's over. Our winner of our inaugural North America Millions.
Jean-Pascal Savard, well done. He came to the final table second in chips with 243 million. He now has 1.142 billion. It has definitely been his night. The key hands, aces against jacks, were the shove from Shamas, the shove pre-flop from Niall Farrell with the kings against his ace-jack, and he flopped the ace. And he now has won against his countryman, Jonathan Bessières. He is our winner, receiving somewhere in the region of 960,000 Canadian dollars. Hope you've all enjoyed it. It's been great fun for me to commentate it. I've enjoyed my time in Montreal. I'm sure you have too, John.
Absolutely, yeah. Very worthy winner. Big one to commentate on, and look forward to being back this time next year.
So that's it for now, boys.
Take care. Thanks for tuning in.
All the best. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.